with reorganization. So welcome, everybody. Judge Duple is here to administer the oath of office, and we're going to begin first with Supervisor Ryan Mannion.
Here he is.
While they're coming up, let me announce that Jen Herring is on her way, we hope. She got ill, but we're hoping that she's well enough to attend. So we're going to put her last as a swearing in to give her some time.
Yeah, everybody's circling around.
Please repeat after me. I,
Ryan Mannion,
do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the duties
of supervisor
of supervisor
in Doylestown Township,
in Doylestown Township,
Bucks County,
Bucks County,
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Okay, next up. Is Stan Dury here? Where's Stan? Rob Repka then. He's being sworn in as auditor. I'll hold your Bible. I'll be happy to. Rob and I are colleagues in the Bar Association. He's an older good egg, and I'm happy to stand here.
Right? I
Robert Repko,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of auditor
of auditor
in Doylestown Township,
in Doylestown Township,
Bucks County,
Bucks County,
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Okay, tax collector. I believe you're next. Samuel Kolodny. You're welcome. And who's holding your Bible?
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome.
Please state after me. I
I, Samuel Kolodny,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of tax collector
of tax collector
in Doylestown Township,
in Doylestown Township,
Bucks County,
Bucks County,
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Okay, and finally, Jen has not made it. Did we get an update? Oh, where's Stephanie?
No, I don't have an update yet.
I don't know what to do. And Stan. Do you mind just waiting
That's
a few
fine.
minutes, Judge? Although we can't really do much else. Although we can take some visitor and public comment, if there's any. We'd rather not proceed with reorganization unless Jen can be here, but we can without her, and she could be sworn in at a later time. We really don't want her out and about when, she's got a bug or something. Hi, Mom.
She's 3 minutes away.
Oh, good, thank you.
Okay.
All right, then
Next
we're
it
going to
is.
wait. We're waiting. All right,
Any announcements?
any visitors or public comments? Hearing none, we're going to move on. The Board of,
Young lady.
oh, please, you can take this
Mike.
mic or that mic?
I have really loud voice.
No, but you have to identify
It's being
yourself.
recorded, so you have to.
We're on television. We're recorded twice a day, every day until the next meeting, so.
Well, that was actually going to be my question. I came here to see Jennifer Herring sworn in because I respect her immensely. But I have no idea about the workings of my local township. So if you can tell me you're on television twice a day. How does it work? You just ask for public comment.
Sure.
so-
Doylestownpa.org is a very fluid and user-friendly website, and you can go on there and see all our past meetings, current meetings, our agendas, minutes of the board meetings. Other useful information is we have all of our ordinances online, information about our public water and sewer, and all other committees and boards and commissions. You can find information on there. And you can also get announcements as to our year of bicentennial celebration, which is 2018, starting this Saturday. So everything you need to know about Doylestown Township is there. Very quickly, we have a 22-person police department. We have over 100 some odd acres of parkland, over 25 miles of trails. Our governing includes zoning, the police department, parks and recreation, and we maintain a budget that is balanced every year. Unlike the state, our local government has to be balanced every year. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen. So that's basically, in a nutshell, I'm sure I missed something, but that's the highlights of your local government. We're a 5-member board of supervisors elected at large, and we have staggered terms. All right? Okay,
Mr. Drury has arrived as well.
And Mr. Drury has arrived. All right, Mr. Drury, do you mind coming up and be sworn in? That would be you, Stan.
Mr. Dirk.
And Mr. Stan.
Sorry.
That's okay. You have someone here to hold your Bible?
Unfortunately, just me.
Okay.
Unless you want to do the honors.
I'd be happy to.
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
You're so welcome. My pleasure. Mr. Drury and I also have a long history of only good stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. Please repeat after me. I
I,
state your name.
Stan Dury,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the duties
of auditor
of auditor
in Doylestown Township,
in Doylestown Township,
Bucks County,
Bucks County,
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations. I think they want to stand a little closer to the mic. Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. Please repeat after me. I
I,
state your name.
Jennifer Herring,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the duties
of supervisor
of supervisor
in Doylestown Township,
in Doylestown Township,
Bucks County,
Bucks County,
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Thank you, Judge Duple.
Thank you.
And welcome Jen Herring to the Board of Supervisors. We're very pleased and very happy for you
Thank you so
being
much.
here, and especially since you have been ill today or whatever.
Thank you to Doylestown Hospital and the emergency services for taking such good care of me today up until maybe 20 minutes ago.
Wow. Okay, this is a first for Doylestown Town, at least as long as I've been here, that we've had a supervisor come from the hospital to be sworn in. That's pretty cool. We're making history. All right, we started the announcements before. The Board of Auditors is going to hold their reorganization meeting on Wednesday, January 3rd at 7 p.m. The next meeting of this board is Tuesday, January 16th at 7 p.m. We're going to be closed on Monday, January 15th, for Martin Luther King's birthday. The Christmas tree drop-off is New Britain Road, entrance to Central Park between now and February 14th. The Doylestown Township Bicentennial Committee is hosting its kickoff on this Saturday, January 6th at Doylestown Country Club. It starts at 5 p.m. We have a few tickets left. We're selling only 200, so please get your tickets now. It's going to be a lot of fun. The tickets are $75, but you've got a band and you got food and you've got maybe some alcoholic beverages, maybe. Anyway, but do join us because it's going to be a fun time and it's kicking off a year of celebration of Doylestown Township being 200 years old. All right, the next, and then we've got a year-long bicentennial events, and the next one is March 13th, which is the William Edgar Giles History Evening at Delaware Valley University. That's at 7:30 p.m. Okay, next thing we're going to do is start our reorganization. We've been advertised, and with this, I am going to step down as chairman and ask that Mr. Garten serve as temporary chairman, and we'll have the election of chairman, vice chairman, and director of public safety.
My sole function is to solicit nominations for position of chairman of the Board of Supervisors for calendar year 2018. Are there any nominations?
Nominate Barbara Lyons.
I'll second.
Are there any other nominations? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. My next order of business is to solicit a nomination for vice chairman of the Board of Supervisors. Are there any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Rick Colello.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Lastly, I'm requesting the board make a nomination for Director of Public Safety.
I'd like to nominate Barb Lyons.
Second.
Any other nominations? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, and I will return the gavel to the new chairman. Congratulate everybody for their new tour of duty.
I'm honored to serve such a wonderful board. We did a lot in 2017. We've done a lot since I've been chairman, but 2018 is going to be a banner year for us. So I'm very, very pleased to be at this table in this position, marshaling our meetings until we get through the bicentennial year. Yay! All right. Next item on the agenda is the proposed guidelines for supervisors, public meetings, and chairperson.
Minutes.
Oh, okay. Approval of the minutes for the December 19th, 2017 meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any changes or corrections to the minutes?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Abstain.
Thank you. December 19th minutes are approved. And we note that Mr. Toohill was on the phone, which we're allowed in our bylaws and our rules to do. We can have participate in public meeting on the telephone or other remote apparatus. Next is the proposed guidelines for supervisors, public meetings, and the operation of the chairperson for 2018. Now, we publish these rules or adopt these rules every year and publish them as well. They're guidelines for how we're supposed to conduct ourselves as supervisors, how we're supposed to conduct ourselves amongst each other and in the meetings, and also how the guidelines for public meetings, how we address the public, how the public addresses us, and those rules of courtesy and decorum and responsibility all go along with that. These rules have served us well. They have been a template for other municipalities in the Commonwealth. I'm pleased to say that they operate well. So I hope everyone had a chance to review them, and if there are any changes or additions, we'll consider at this time.
No changes from me.
Nope.
Okay? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the guidelines in their entirety?
Motion to
approve.
approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the next,
Who's doing that?
I'm going to help him with his phone.
It doesn't,
is it a new phone there, Mr. Cololo?
No, it's
no,
not.
I hate to say it, no, it's an old phone, but I feel like I'm at
Maybe
home.
that's
It's
the
not
problem.
doing what I want it to do.
Okay. The next thing that we're going to do
We're responsible.
is the board's responsibility for 2018. Liaison is the supervisor appointed to a committee, board, or commission who serves as the go-between between the board and that committee. We have no voting powers on that committee, but we are to attend these meetings, help with any decision process, and bring back, or give them information, or bring back to the board any questions or issues that may arise. So I'm glad Jen's here, because we were going to we're trying to figure out how to do this without you, but we don't have to now. The first committee is the Agricultural Security Advisory Board. It doesn't meet very often. Sean Toohill was that person in 2017, a liaison to that board. Is there anyone in particular who would like to serve as liaison to the Agricultural Security Advisory Board?
I would.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. By acclamation, we'll appoint Jen to the Agricultural Security Advisory Board. Bike and Hike Committee. I'm Ryan Mannion. You had this responsibility last year. Do you care to continue?
I do.
Does anyone else want this position? No? No? Okay. Ryan it is. Bicentennial Committee. I'm happy to give up the mantle of the liaison to the Bicentennial Committee, but we're willing to take it on again. No, she says. Anyone else want this honor? All right, I will continue on as the liaison to Bicentennial CB Senior Task Force. That was Sean. Is that something you might want to do?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, please.
Okay. Jen, it is. Anyone else? Hearing none. Jan Herring is the liaison to the Senior Task Force Dog Park Advisory Committee. That has always been my position, but I'm happy to. Any other dog lovers in the audience who on the DS who might want that? No? Okay. It's mine again. Yes. Municipal Authority. There's been Rick Scalello, Bailiwick. Rick, do you want to continue on with liaison position?
Yes.
Does anybody else want this position? Seeing none. Rick, it's you. Environmental Advisory Council. This is a very active group. Do you want this
Yes,
position?
I would very much.
And it's yours, unless somebody else wants it. Hearing none.
No.
Do you want to go outside with that phone?
I turned the phone off, and now I'm going to turn my iPad off. So everybody just,
Friends of Kids Castle.
we're good.
Ryan, that's been your position?
Yes, I would like to continue with that.
Anyone else? All right, Ryan, it is Friends of Kids Castle. Parks and Recreation, big one, another big one.
I know.
You got this?
I got it.
Okay. Anybody else want it? Okay, Jan Herring is Park and Rec liaison. That's going to be a big, busy one this year because they're going to be designing a building.
I have a feeling there's going to be a few busy ones this year.
Got that right. Personnel Administration typically follows the chair unless anybody else has a strong objection to that. I'll assume that responsibility. Planning Commission, Rick Colello? Yes?
Yes.
You want to keep that one?
Yes.
Anybody else want it? Okay, moving on. Rick Colello will be liaison to Planning Commission. Public Safety, again, that usually follows the chair, although I'm happy to share. We have met throughout the year, certain members of us with the police affairs and so on. That will continue if need be, okay, as an ad hoc basis. Public Water and Sewer Advisory Board, Rick Colello, another busy one this year. Do you want to continue on as liaison to Public Water and Sewer Advisory?
Yes.
Is there anyone else who is chomping at the bit to have this one? Okay, moving on. Then that's for you, Rick. Roads and Bridges, Ken Snyder. You want to continue on?
Yes.
Anybody else? Nope. Ken, it's yours. Telecommunications Advisory Board, Brian, do you want to stay on with this one?
Yep.
Anybody else want this? No. It's yours, Ryan. Traffic Advisory Committee, Ken Snyder. Yes? Anybody else? Nope. And Ways and Means, Ken Snyder, you do a great job with us.
Yes.
You want to continue with that?
Yes.
I think we'd have protest if you wouldn't. All right. Do we need a vote on these now?
No, you made an appointment as chair.
Okay. What?
You made an appointment as chair after you polled the board.
Okay. Township appointments for 2018, and we can approve these en masse from 1 to 20. And for those of you who don't have access to the agenda, we're talking about the folks who work for the township or are appointed professionals for the township. So long. Thanks for coming. Like starting with Stephanie Mason as manager and ending with Matt Johnson at Benoni Associates, who's our traffic engineer. Everyone had an opportunity to review these appointments? All right, is there a motion to approve them 1 through 20?
Motion to approve.
I second.
Okay, thank you. That's a first and second by Ms. Herring. Is that your first?
That's my first
That's your
second.
You got to get your
We're
first
working on the
Come
first.
I'll get on the first verse.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, appointments to boards and commissions for 2018. The only one I want to highlight is number 5, the Environmental Advisory Council. That organization has approved or asked that we approve Janine Mitchell as the chairman of that Environmental Advisory Council. Can we dispense with that initially, please? I'll make the motion to approve Janine Mitchell as chair for the
Second.
recommendation. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Was that 5-0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, being next to Mr. Snyder, but I'll, you know, you just quiet because you're not feeling well.
I don't know.
Arborist, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way through 16. These are our volunteer boards and commissions and committees, and well, those folks who are listed desire to be reappointed, and it's our responsibility as this board to reappoint these folks, and we can do that on this as well. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any questions? Just want to highlight before we call the vote, there are 2 appointments needed for the Agricultural Security Advisory Council. We need 3 people for the Friends of Kids Castle. We need 1 person to the dog park, 3 persons to the Central Bucks Task Force, and I think that's it. Did I miss anybody? Is there, can we call the question 1 through 16 on those appointments? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Next is to set the 2018 office hours and meeting dates. This starts with the administrative hours for meetings of the Board of Supervisors. The board meets with meets in budget work sessions, and those detailed meetings are listed there. Agriculture, and the rest of these boards and commissions have to publicize at the beginning of the year when their meetings are taking place. So we can approve those all in tandem. This is letter G, just all of letter G. Is there a motion to approve those meeting dates and times?
Can we discuss any of them individually?
No.
No?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course we can. Anything for you, Ken.
I should have identified this earlier, but when I look at the Board of Supervisors, and I only picked it up as I was posting it to my calendar, April through June, we don't have any 7 o'clock meetings. And I'm not sure that's a good thing. It might be interpreted that we're intentionally keeping them at that level so people don't attend. So I would suggest that we ought to.
Well, we did that at the convenience of the board and the staff because we also have budget work sessions in April and June. I haven't heard any objection in the last couple of years we've been doing this to the lack of 7 o'clock meetings in this time frame. I think a lot of the objection that we had years past has been righted because of that we televise our meetings, and they're pretty accessible. Jen, do you have some thoughts on this?
I do. One of the concerns I have is the limitation on the ability of a large number of our residents to participate in the public meetings. With a substantial portion of our adult population working 8:30 to 5:30 p.m., we put up an unnecessary and significant barrier to their participation by scheduling 10 out of 17 meetings during regular work hours. Considering the residents that may feel the impact of decisions we make most are likely those who can't afford to take time off to express themselves, I believe we should increase meeting accessibility for them. Additionally, when I was contemplating running for the seat, I looked over the schedule to determine the time commitment and the possible effect of being a supervisor would have on providing for my family. Like all of you, I'm fortunate to have a flexible schedule, so I'm able to adapt to typical work hour meetings. Not all our residents have such flexibility. And as you know, this position doesn't pay to support an entire family.
Really?
Really. I believe that the precedent of holding meetings during those hours may dissuade talented individuals from running for a seat on the Board of Supervisors in future elections and disproportionately adversely affects residents in mid and lower socioeconomic status. Finally, there is a perception among some of our residents that these meetings are commonly, the agenda items on these meetings are ones that are controversial, and that there's some suspicion that it is meant to intentionally limit public participation. Although this isn't the case, an easy way to cure it would be to schedule all public meetings before or after typical work hours. So I would like to propose that we change the Board of Supervisors meetings to all commence at 7 p.m. and budget work sessions to commence at 5 p.m. if that works for the budget work sessions.
Are you putting that in the form of a motion?
I would.
Is there a second to that?
I don't think, my opinion is I'm okay with increasing some of these to 7 p.m., but there is also some people that can make a 4 p.m. meeting and not a 7 p.m. meeting. So I think having some flexibility between them, and I mean, you'll see when you get to the budget work sessions, like to go into a 7 p.m. meeting, I mean, and I'm not saying that it's about us sitting up here, but like our brains will be fried by 7 p.m. and it's very hard to, we changed this to do the 4 p.m. meetings on the budget work session meetings because we found that when we were going into these 7 p.m. meetings, it was a lot. And I don't know how we want to look at this in terms of, I don't know which ones are lined up against budget work sessions, but I think that as far as our budget work session meetings are concerned, I think a 4 o'clock meeting is preferred for me. I mean, that's my opinion. But I have no problem with the 7 p.m. meetings. It's just that with the budget work session meetings, I think it flows a little bit better.
Well, my primary thoughts on this were that there has to be a high bar for us to be able to create such a barrier to, especially the types of people that might need to do after work hours sessions for people who work 9-to-5 jobs. Right now, people can walk into any number of our meetings midday if they are self-employed or financially well off, but the people that are in service will not, might not be able to do that, and I think that that's an issue, and I think the bar has to be very high to make it so it's to keep them from being able to do that. And I do understand that our meetings are late for us. But again, I think that it would have to be a pretty critical thing to make it that inaccessible to that large of a group of people.
There's a motion. There's not a second yet. Is there a second to the motion? Hearing no second, the motion fails. Is there another motion you would prepare? You want to offer? Do you want to offer a meeting time where?
Can you have some ideas?
I would make a motion that we change June 5th to 7 o'clock.
Okay. Is there a second to that?
Oh, he's going to have a couple more, I think.
Well, let's do one at a time.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
fine.
I'm sorry.
June 5th to 7 p.m. Is there a second to that?
Well,
Rick?
Go ahead, Rick.
what else is that day?
Right now, it's just a board meeting. There's no work session that day. There's a budget work session on the 19th of June.
I'm okay with it, but if I could just make the comment, since I was the one that was against changing the times, we found out that when we did change the times to 4 o'clock, our attendance went up, and we heard from residents more in my age group that they don't like driving at night, that they want to participate and attend, but they can't come to 7 o'clock and drive home at night at 9:30. So I was initially against it, or in agreement with Jen, all 7 o'clocks. Once the board changed it to 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, I saw the advantage of it. So I'd just like to throw that out, but I'm okay for the June 5th at 7 o'clock, if I understood it correctly.
Okay.
I'll second the June 5th.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, any other dates you propose to change?
No, that's good.
All right, anybody else care to make a motion on this? Just for, I got some historical perspective. I started at a time when we were 7 o'clock meetings only, and I agree that we've had more participation from residents when we alternated 4 and 7. The other thing is when we have special issues that that affect a lot of folks, we have special meetings and we have special times, and we make sure everyone participates as much as they can. But a balance of times works. And not only that, but a lot of what we do involves our staff and administrative people who can better participate at 4, 4:30, or 5 o'clock than they can at 7 because they have to leave and then come back. And that's really kind of a burden on them. So we like to balance it out. All right.
Barb,
Yes.
Steph, can you just send the updated, I know it's just one change, but just so,
No, it'll be advertised, so we'll
Okay.
resend the whole package out.
thank you.
Okay. With that, is there a motion to approve the dates and times of all boards and commission meetings subject to that one change in June?
Motion to approve.
Is that for all the committees you're
Yes.
asking for?
Got another one?
Yes, the Ways and Means Committee, we have a December 26th.
No, you don't want to be there the day after Christmas.
What's wrong with that?
Probably canceled that.
I'll make it, it's all right.
But that's a regular scheduled meeting. Do you want to just
Strike
Strike
We
it.
don't need it. Yeah.
They'll be done by then. They
they-
probably won't meet.
If you're not
Unless
done by
you
then,
wanna
we're in
meet
trouble.
earlier in the
Well,
month.
they usually move it to the third week or so, so I was suggesting 12/19.
Okay. If you guys want to meet, then that's up to you.
I mean, they can cancel, let the committee cancel if they want to, but
All right.
at least it would be scheduled.
All right. Well, is that a motion?
It's a motion to move the December 26th Ways and Means Committee to December 19th.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Done. Designation of depository.
You got to vote on the amended motion. Now that we added the, I think the motion would be to approve the schedule with the 2 amendments offered by Mr. Snyder that were approved.
What he said.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Nay. One nay. Designation of depository, which is any official depository of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Appointment of the pension committee, is that a yes? Sounding really deep down there. Tim Reel is a uniform township employee voting member. Sinclair Salisbury is a non-uniform township employee voting member. Board of Supervisors, all voting members, and Stephanie Mason, secretary, non-voting member. Is there a motion to approve appointment of the pension committee?
Just a clarification on this one as well. We had agreed at a prior meeting, I think it was October meeting, that we would adopt the recommendation out of the pension subcommittee to form a different group, the makeup of this group. And we need to have a resolution put in place and other things. So,
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask the question to make sure that by appointing this will, again, put this in place for their first meeting, and then we can change it after that, once the resolution is
That'll be
in
done
place.
as your first full meeting this month.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got it? Is, calling the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Appointment of the Bucks County Tax Collection Committee representatives, that would be Stephanie Mason as the representative, Ken Wallace as the alternate?
Alternate.
Thank you. And Barbara Lyons is the second alternate. Is there a motion to appoint the Bucks County Tax Collection Committee representatives?
Motion to appoint.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we hope to never have to meet.
That's right.
At least me, anyway. Stephanie's
right.
got it up. All right, this is, the next thing we have to do is certify the delegates to the state annual convention. We have to establish one voting delegate. Do we know when this is? April
Second.
April 22nd?
Yes.
That's our Pennsylvania Association of Township Supervisors. And we have, last year, we proposed Barbara Lyons as delegate, Richard Colello as delegate, Ken Snyder as delegate, Ryan Mannion as delegate, Jennifer Herring as delegate, and Stephanie Mason as delegate. And we need one voting delegate. I propose Jen Herring to be a voting delegate.
Second.
Sounds good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Give you a real flavor for what PSATs is about.
Fabulous.
You okay? You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Resolution 1995, amendment to fee schedule. I have a question about this, I think. Is this 1995? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this whole thing is 1995.
Yes, the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay. So what we have received, this whole thing that looks like this, is Resolution 1995. Does everyone get that?
Yes.
Yep.
Good. All right. Is there a motion to approve the proposed resolution and change to the 2017 schedule to the 2018 schedule?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions, concerns? All in favor?
I did have a question on it.
Taking that back?
The question was, is how, I think, we're looking at on page 4 when we talk about some of these, and there's a number of things that were highlighted here. If Stephanie could just elaborate a little bit on how those changes are made and how we determine the appropriate increase.
We do a comparison to some of our other municipalities in the Central Bucks region. We look at how long we've had that fee in place, and then we make adjustments accordingly so that we stay competitive with the other municipalities.
Okay.
Ms. Delgado, where are we? Motion and a second?
I didn't get a motion or a second.
I have a motion
I made a
from-
motion.
and
Rick made a
Reed
second.
Okay.
Sorry.
Who made the first motion?
I did.
Ryan, and then
Yeah.
Yes.
Rick.
Sorry, I did have it.
And I was about to call a question. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next item is the Resolution 1996, setting the compensation for professional services. The resolution has been provided to you. Is there a motion to approve the Resolution 1996, setting salaries and fees for these professionals?
Move to approve.
A second.
Questions, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, setting the mileage rate effective January 1st, 2018. We're up a penny from 2017. I think there's been no change for a number of years, so this is, wow. All right, so is there a motion to approve the IRS mileage rate effective January 1st, 2018, setting the mileage rate at 5.45 per mile?
54.5 cents.
54.5 cents per mile. Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
IRS website.
That was just information only.
Yeah, okay. Designation of official township holidays. And these holidays indicate the building will be closed, starting with New Year's Day, January 1st, through to, is it a Monday? Wait, it's not a Monday next year, is it?
Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday next year?
Tuesday next year.
So it indicates a Monday.
Did we not,
That was yesterday?
Yesterday. That was
All right,
yesterday.
thank you. Go ahead.
did we not, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought we gave off on Christmas Eve last year. Did we not do that?
No, we did the day after Christmas.
Oh, the
was
day
added.
after Christmas. I mean, I would make a motion that we add the day after Christmas as well, again.
It's still here, isn't it? No?
No.
Oh,
That was just a one-time thing.
that was a
we did.
one-time deal?
6, 8, 10,
Well, maybe
12.
Chris.
We have 14 holidays already, and in the state of Pennsylvania, or let me say that among many municipalities, we have more than all of them. So I think 14 is fair, or more than fair, so I would not agree with the extra day off.
Well, I'll make a motion to give the day off after Christmas, just like we did last year.
Is there a second?
Before.
Hearing none, fails. All right, is there a motion to approve the holidays as detailed on our agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, there's a motion and a second by Rick. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Police Affairs Committee. That's what I spoke to earlier. It was last year Barbara Lyons, Ken Snyder, Ryan Mannion. I think the team worked really well together, unless anybody else would care to be a Police Affairs member. So I would Ask that the board consider Ken Snyder and Ryan Mannion as members to the Public Safety Committee. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
And next item, recommended treasurer's bond, $3 million. Is there a motion to approve the treasurer's bond set at $3 million?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, new business, the wireless infrastructure deployment bill. You received this just recently, I apologize, but it came as an urgent request from Dave Sanko that we consider. Dave Sanko is Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Association of Township Supervisors. Resolution of the Board of Supervisors for Doylestown Township that we opposed House Bill 1620, which takes away local control to the wireless infrastructure deployment. So that right now, in our ways, in our high-low, what do we call them? Our ways, what's it called?
Right-of-ways.
Right-of-ways, right, thank you. In our right-of-ways, we have control over those apparatus and the mechanics that, that give us our broadband and all of our utilities. And this would take that control away. And we should oppose it because local government control is necessary for our for our TAB board, it's Telecommunications Advisory. It could affect our DTV, could affect local government access channels. It could affect, and it definitely will affect our ability to negotiate fair fees for these services. So it's important that we maintain this local control over our byways, thank you, and make sure that these folks can't come in and just put up these things without our say-so or without our local control, without some fees of services coming back to the township residents. So I would ask that the board consider passing this resolution in opposition to House Bill 1620.
I make a motion, we pass this resolution with the two comments that I think the entire board saw was the date and one misspelled word. I believe it's fixed, right? So
There's also
what we're going to be signing is
right,
a
second
little bit
agenda.
different.
And there's
There's a misspelled word on the second whereas, but it's fixed.
Yeah, we
just
fixed
want-
the original, yes.
What we're going to be signing is what I'm motioning to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, I don't know if this got fixed, but there's a punctuation missing at the end of paragraph 2. Okay, there's a motion and a second with those corrections. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Excellent. All right. Announcements. And we are now done, but you get to hear these again. The Board of Auditors is going to hold their reorganization meeting on Wednesday, January 3rd at 7 p.m. Next meeting of this board is Tuesday, January 16th at 7 p.m. The administrative offices will be closed on Monday, January 15th, 2018, for Martin Luther King's birthday. Christmas tree drop-off is at New Britain Road, access to Central Park, anytime until February 14th. The Doylestown Township Bicentennial Committee we're hosting our gala kickoff. It's this Saturday, January 6th, beginning at 5 o'clock, Doylestown Country Club. Tickets are still available. And then look for our year-long bicentennial events and celebrations. Next one we have scheduled is March 13th, the William Edgar Guile History Evening at Delaware Valley University. That will begin at 7:30. Anything else?
Nope.
We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Do we do that?
Motion to adjourn.
Try to
Second.
do it right this year. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. We are adjourned, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. Happy New Year to you all. And please don't stay strangers. Please come back. The photographs are going to be taken.
Yeah, I'm so sick. I don't want to get anybody sick.
If you have a suit, wear a suit.
Thank you for showing up.
Thank you so much.
Happy New Year. How are you?
Always a pleasure. Long time no see.
I'm great, too. Thank you.
In front of a store and hit my head on a sidewalk, and the ambulance came and got me.
Thanks for coming.
So, what was the worst part? Hitting your head or passing out?
I know, we don't see you enough. We need residents like you to come out here and help us.
I'm the stomach flu, and I'm dehydrated.
Hey.
Okay, good.
I've never felt anything like that before, where I just kind of lost control of my ability to stand. And I just crumbled on the ground. The poor store clerk came out to